It's been an amazing week here. The first ever SpringOne virtual conference. We had over 40,000 people come together this week to celebrate the amazing innovation happening across the Spring portfolio and the incredible things that all of you have been able to do with this technology to advance your businesses.
As I look to technologists, I say, carpe diem, seize the day. Never have you been more credible, but never have you been more important to the future of businesses as well.
It was a great event. It does spawn a lot of thought leadership because you realize all of these possibilities exist for you and your organization.
The exciting part with SpringOne this year is about how Spring is really becoming the enterprise Java development platform for the future.
We always introduce technology in the conference, and so there were a couple big announcements.
I'm incredibly excited to introduce the VMware Tanzu Build service as a new offering that is now generally available. And our intent behind this is to modularize it, make it accessible so that it can be used by itself.
Working with Microsoft, we introduced general availability for Azure Spring Cloud.
Azure Spring Cloud is a fully managed services built on top of Azure Kubernetes services, and it completely frees you from having to worry about the underlying infrastructure.
We also, like we always do, had some amazing customer stories. Karina and Pfizer talked about how they were able to use technology to respond to the pandemic.
Basically, what it's allowed us to do is say to various stakeholders, look, this can be done. You can do it quickly, you can do it safely, you can do it effectively.
We had about 15 developers of different disciplines, and they created over 100,000 lines of code and did 436 releases to production of our product in 28 days.
In just 2 years, we have fully embraced Agile and DevSecOps practices in order to deliver capability at the speed of relevance.
This year, we published for the first time ever the annual State of Spring report. We talked to over 1,000 developers all around the world to ask them how they're using Spring, what they're building, and how we can make the framework better in the future.
The networking aspect of SpringOne is something that takes you through the rest of the year because you meet so many people and you get so many good ideas.
There's so much content in SpringOne every year. Virtual gives you the option of going back and watching these later.
Now we have this interactive Q&A and follow-up that lives beyond the session itself.
Organizers have done a really good job trying to bring that same experience to you at home.
We always have a lot of fun when we get together, and we wanted to try and do that virtually. So the team this year created a social track. We had a magician, we had a yoga instructor to start the day and get everybody warmed up. We had a TikTok dance instructor. It's been a ton of fun. And the biggest thing that I've taken away as well, we're obviously all experiencing some really significant headwinds and hardships. People are still doing amazing things out there. And I couldn't be more optimistic leaving SpringOne.